I was blessed a long time ago to invest my money the right way and, you know,
what you think about me, I don't care what you say about me. You're not in the position that I'm in.
Terence Crawford is done playing around with Floyd Mayweather's jabs. After Floyd came at Crawford's win, calling it undeserved and even posting a private sparring video, Crawford has revealed that
Terence Crawford is no longer staying silent as Floyd Mayweather throws shade at his recent victory. After Floyd called the win undeserved and shared a private sparring clip, Crawford hit back, claiming Mayweather actually owes him around $31 million. Money, he says, dates back to the early days of their relationship. This comes just as Floyd faces yet another financial lawsuit in Vegas for unpaid luxury cars. According to Crawford, Floyd's online antics are just a distraction from his real financial troubles.
I couldn't choose a better guy for the job.
He's gonna make you hundreds of millions, you said?
Hundreds of millions, it sounds good, but we're in the billionaires club.
Crawford's response came shortly after a lawsuit was filed less than 10 days ago in Clark County District Court, painting a troubling picture for Mayweather. The complaint names both Floyd and Mayweather Promotions LLC, with Vegas Auto Gallery claiming he bought 4 luxury cars, including a Maybach, Ferrari, Porsche, and McLaren, worth over $2 million on July 3rd. Court documents state that while Floyd issued 2 checks totaling $2.25 million, he later told the dealership not to deposit them.
That they did some shady practices. But this is a response to their lawsuit that he bought 4 cars in the amount of $2.3 million back in July. And one of the cars was $1.2 million, which was a 2018 special edition Maybach. I don't know, something really...
Instead of following through with the payment, Floyd showcased the luxury cars on Instagram to his 29 million followers, using them to boost his Money Mayweather image. According to the dealer, he never intended to keep the cars, just needed them as props. While he eventually returned 3 of the vehicles and agreed to keep the Maybach under a $1.2 million settlement, the issue remains. He still hasn't paid.
I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 6.
Signing the settlement, both Floyd and Mayweather Promotions effectively admitted they owed the money, waiving any right to dispute it later. Still, despite that binding agreement, and even after receiving an extension, Floyd missed several payment deadlines. Vegas Auto Gallery's attorney, Michael Cristalli, put it plainly. Floyd bought the cars, signed the agreements, issued checks, yet still refused to pay.
$5 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't.
Claims like this aren't new for Mayweather. Over the years, several businesses have accused him of making late payments, or not paying at all, from unpaid wages at his now closed Las Vegas strip club, girl collection, to issues with jewelry dealers and event promoters. The pattern has been consistent. The man known for flaunting wealth is often caught up in financial disputes.
I mean, dang, Floyd Money Mayweather. Man, wow, y'all around here getting Rolexes, not paying for them. Man, y'all got stacks of money, owing jewelers money. Man, how y'all around here, man, getting millions of dollars in all this jewelry and leaving 200?
That's where Crawford's $31 million claim starts to make sense. While his team hasn't shared exact details, the timing and history suggest a few possible explanations. One likely reason is lost earnings from a fight with Mayweather that never happened. When Floyd retired in 2017, Crawford was rising fast, already a unified champ at 140 pounds and making waves at welterweight. A matchup between them at that point could have been a massive pay-per-view event, potentially worth hundreds of millions.
I know life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first.
Another possible reason behind Crawford's claim could be business disputes outside the ring. Mayweather's promotional company has been involved with many fighters and events, and disagreements over unpaid shares, marketing fees, or promotional duties are common in boxing. What adds fuel to the fire is the recent leak of a private Floyd sparring video. In boxing, sparring sessions are confidential, meant to stay behind closed doors, so sharing such footage publicly is seen as a serious breach of trust.
Man, it's getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones, make it rain. Yeah. I need everybody. Got girl collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, or whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection.
The irony is that Floyd's brand has always been built on an undefeated record and unmatched wealth. 50-0. and the money team are central to his image. Now, facing lawsuits over bounced checks and unpaid luxury cars, that image is seriously damaged. Meanwhile, Crawford, recently crowned undisputed champion in 3 weight classes, the only fighter to achieve this in the 4-belt era, has every right to call him out.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like
the Vegas Auto Gallery case reveals just how vulnerable Floyd's Money Mayweather image is when challenged legally. Court documents show he not only failed to pay, but also publicly criticized the dealership, urging his millions of followers to avoid them. The dealer says these posts even led to threats from Floyd's fans. For the dealership, it's about more than just lost money. It's reputational harm. For Floyd, it's a battle fought both in court and on social media, trying to protect his public image while facing private troubles.
And about the whole 50 Cent story, you gotta hear
accusations that Floyd Mayweather has unpaid debts with fellow athletes. A widely known allegation comes from rapper 50 Cent, who accused Floyd of cheating him out of $2 million during his jail sentence.
Then are we talking over $2 million? It's about that. Oh, okay. At that point, it was, invested in. All right. So look, he goes.
Crawford has been smart with his money and career moves. After years of disputes, he left Top Rank, bet on himself against Errol Spence Jr., and earned a career-defining victory. Now, as the undisputed champion in 3 weight classes, he's financially secure on his own terms. When Crawford calls out Floyd, it's not just criticism. It's coming from someone who sees himself as Mayweather's rightful successor in both legacy and independence.
We're gonna get to it. What's up? We're gonna get to it. International with.
Meanwhile, Floyd's lawyers are trying to flip the car lawsuit by accusing the dealership of fraud, claiming they withheld documents like the odometer certification. However, legal experts are already dismissing this countersuit as weak, with attorney Cristalli calling it frivolous and ridiculous. This only highlights Floyd's biggest challenge. His legal defenses are far less convincing than the growing proof that he simply hasn't paid.
Oh well, even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my business.
Amid Floyd's financial and legal troubles, Crawford fired back at Floyd's claim that his win over Canelo was easy because Canelo was past his prime. Crawford explained he had a clear game plan inspired by history, studying how Floyd dismantled Alvarez with elusive defense, how Dimitri Bival's disciplined style neutralized him, and even noticing Alvarez's mobility issues against William Skull. For Crawford, the strategy was simple. I knew I was going to beat him, he said. Whenever Canelo faced a style like his, he struggled, and Crawford came prepared with all the right weapons.
Came a fight where Crawford made it where Canelo, to have any chance, he had to go get close, so he had to go through a bad neighborhood. Yep. And Crawford mugged him. It's that simple. He had to go through a bad neighborhood to get anything done, to get to the place that something was going to be done good. Yeah. And he got mugged going through that neighborhood. Yeah. It's that simple.
Well, if I think about it, if I do come back and you...
Despite the big stage, the fight started with quiet expectations. Many thought Alvarez's size and power would finish it early. Canelo tried to assert his strength from the start, but faced an impenetrable defense. Crawford patiently blocked, slipped, and countered, his punches steady and effective, though not flashy. Throughout, Crawford never felt Alvarez's power was decisive. There's never been a formula to beat me, Crawford said. While fans awaited Canelo's breakthrough, Crawford methodically crafted a precise performance. As the final rounds neared, his corner reminded him, they're not going to give it to you.
Did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm gonna let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First,
Crawford responded by increasing the pressure, raising the pace, and controlling the final 2 rounds. When the fight ended, the judge's decision was clear. The win improved Crawford's record to 42-0 with 31 knockouts, and secured his place in history as the first fighter to unify all 4 major belts in 3 different divisions. The last to reach such dominance was Henry Armstrong back in 1938, when undisputed status carried a different meaning.
When I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know? But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were gonna...
After the fight, Crawford sounded almost indifferent. "I don't feel anything special. It was meant to be," he said calmly, as if greatness was simply his destiny. Unlike an impossible feat, he saw it as the natural result of preparation and belief. But now, attention has shifted back to Floyd. Crawford dismissed Floyd's attempts to downplay his win, noting that Floyd has his own problems to handle. Being dragged to court over unpaid luxury cars and chasing big-name events for reasons beyond legacy. For Crawford, Floyd's criticism feels empty.
I think that for me, I watch defense as much as I watch offense. So yeah, like I thought like watching Bud catch those shots off his glove.
He looked amazing.
So amazing.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah. He'd go to a body and he'd catch that and come up with an uppercut. You know, just all those things that seem...
Mayweather has already signed to face heavyweight legend Mike Tyson next year in an exhibition match. But the timing is telling. Floyd is dealing with recent lawsuits in Las Vegas, including a $1.2 million judgment from Vegas Auto Gallery. This high-profile payday fits the pattern critics have long pointed out. Additionally, Floyd has hinted at a possible rematch with Manny Pacquiao, admitting talks are ongoing, though nothing is finalized yet.
We getting ready.
Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, confirmed Manny's interest in a rematch with Mayweather, noting they signed with PBC and Al Heyman back in 2019, aiming for Mayweather-Pacquiao 2. However, Mayweather backed out at that time. After Pacquiao's wins over Adrian Broner and Keith Thurman, Floyd distanced himself, even leaving the arena before the Thurman fight's decision was announced. The rematch never happened, and Pacquiao eventually retired following a loss to Yordenis Ugas. Now, however, Pacquiao is back in the mix.
In here. Oh my goodness. Tell me about that fight a little bit. Being in there with Floyd being in there with you, like what was the experience like being there in the ring fighting him finally?
It's good, but despite all those things, but then after the fight, right after the fight, I went to the hospital and got operated with my
yeah, you got an operation, yeah. I remember you posted a picture of
really hurt.
Pacquiao recently returned to the ring against Mario Barrios. Though he lost the decision, he showed enough to convince his team he still has more to offer. According to advisor Sean Gibbons, Manny's motivation isn't just financial, but also about making history. At 46, he wants to break new records, compete with younger fighters, and prove himself once again. Only Floyd knows, Gibbons said about a rematch. Manny is always available if it makes dollars and makes sense.